if you get all the other percents out, it probably was before I tried to enjoy it as much as I could. I think I enjoyed it more at university because university is less structure and almost everybody does the opposite, so everybody stops studying and just starts partying. Yeah, that was too right. So good times.
The pressure's off.
Everybody's it's easy, right? Nobody goes to the class.
Good evening, CFTA. No, let's amp up the energy, please. Good evening, CFTA. Guys, I have a relic here. We're very proud of this. This is the first sign-up book we had since we opened the space, and now it's full. Somewhere in here, there's a version of you that would be proud of where you are today, and I mean this, sincerely. So, if you want to ruffle through it, see where you performed, etc., it's going to be here. Eventually, it's going to be hung on a wall, and it's going to be part of CFTA's history, and you're going to be part of it. So, thank you for that. We really appreciate it. With that being said, now comes the more fun stuff. We have alcohol if you like to be served some alcohol. Maybe some comics here you don't like and you want to, take in their jokes better. You can use alcohol. It's a good lubricant for funny. Also for pregnancy, I figured out. Jesus, did I just say that out loud? Well, okay, so also your videos would be available at the bar if you like to purchase them for $15. It's shot on 5 cameras, super 3D and AI and what's busy with okay, whatever. Beyonce and whatever. Okay, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't like to be broadcasted as well, please let us know so we opt you out. But that means you can't buy your video, so you have to decide. Do I want to keep my video or do I want people to see me online? And your life will all fall in place correctly, as I was told. Anyway, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for your host? No, you don't understand. She's the hostess with the mostest. Ladies and gentlemen, Shaena!
Yes, you are not seeing things. I am the hostess with the mostest. I even wore my apron because I am the real housewife of Port Dover. I actually thought that was very funny when Greg asked me if I was a housewife. It was the funniest thing I'd ever heard because, but then I thought, well, I am a wife and I do have a house. So I guess I am a housewife. So I decided to wear my apron just for this little part, but I did bring cookies for you guys. So after your set, not before, we don't want you spitting cookies all over the front row, but after your set, please help yourself to a cookie courtesy of me, Shaena Rieckermann, the real housewife of Port Dover. You're welcome. And everybody, I want to say welcome to the April 2nd, 2026 Center for Talking Arts Open Mic. Thank you for coming. And I also want to say thank you to Jake for providing such a wonderful space, a safe space for people to come and express themselves. Jake, I don't know how you make any money. I'm still trying to figure that out. But hey, I'm happy to be here, and that's all that matters. Some fun facts about me. So I am from Port Dover. And my husband is from Hamilton, so that's why I love Hamilton so much, because it's been a good city for me. And he's from the East End. Any East Enders in the audience? Yeah, go East End. And also, another fun fact is, in the 90s, I was a Hamilton Ticat cheerleader for 4 years. So I feel very connected to this city because mostly I never paid for a drink in this town. It was really weird. I used to go out with a $20 bill and I'd come home with a 50. Still don't know how that worked. And here's another fun fact. I danced in 4 Grey Cups, and the last year that the Hamilton Tiger Cats won the Grey Cup was 1999. Ironically, that was my last year on the team. So I think maybe it's time to put this old girl back out on the field and see if we can bring them some luck. When I discovered the Center for Talking Arts, I was really not in a good place in my life. I had not been doing well the last couple years. I was in a really dark place, and I was seriously considering committing adultery. And but then now I hang around with a bunch of younger, middle-aged, young comedians who are all unemployed and live in their parents' basements. So I don't know, I guess I don't have it that bad after all. What else? I love the Center for Talking Arts. I think it's just one of the most wonderful places for people to come, and I'm grateful to have found it, and I'm grateful to have met everybody here. And so let's get the night started, because tonight is not about me. Tonight is about you, something I've never heard my husband say. So, my poor husband. He doesn't deserve any of this. He's actually really a great guy. But he helps me write it. Somebody say that. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to say that, but I'll say that. So yeah, it's not about me, it's about you. And everyone, I think almost everyone here gets 5 minutes, except for Dylan, I think gets 3. So you'll get lit yellow light at 4 minutes. And just enjoy yourselves. And one thing I have to say is everyone here is so good. Sometimes when I come here, I think, I need an open mic for the open mic. I'm almost afraid to try out new material here because everyone's so good. But you know what? Tonight, feel free. Try some new stuff out. There's no judgment. And have a great time. And without further ado, I'll get going with our next comic. He's fresh off the boat from the Far East. 35 years ago. Please welcome Tomo!
All right, let's keep it going for our wonderful host. Good job, yeah. So good evening, everybody. I'm Tomohiro. Hero as in Hiroshima. So if I bomb tonight, it's gonna be preemptive. So it's funny, I was home last night watching a movie, and it turned out to be the worst one ever. It was just 2 hours of these colored bars and the static noise. And I'm just here to warn you, whatever you do not watch No Signal. I made the mistake of watching the sequel too. That one was even worse. No Input? Yeah. So I've been trying to take better care of myself. This morning I went to a meeting for my short-term amnesia support group. Or did I? I've recently been trying to spend less money and save more, which is kind of tough with this economy, right? But I've kept it up, Like, for example, I've been shoplifting everywhere, dining and dashing. I don't pay my bills. It's all about developing the right habits. Yeah. Did I do my amnesia joke already? Sorry. Yeah. So speaking of developing the right habits, I do this thing called intermittent fasting. You guys know what that is? Yeah. So I do the 16 to 8 approach, which is basically I eat nothing at all for 16 hours, and then I go into eating as much as I want for 8 years. It's pretty good routine. Yeah. So some of you may know that I have an artistic background. So I do oil paintings and landscapes and such. And so this year, I did something big. I put a couple of my paintings into a silent auction. Yeah. Well, it was actually a normal auction, but everybody went silent when it was time to bid for my paintings. It's funny, sometimes audiences will get the joke faster, but a bit of a slow burn today, that's okay. Not making fun of you guys. So my wife's an animal lover, and I once gifted her a painting of a chimpanzee, which she really liked, right? But what she doesn't know is that I was trying to do a portrait of her. I'm happy to announce that my wife and I are now expecting. Ooh. Thanks. We're expecting the gas prices will keep going up. Yeah. You know, the secret to my wife and I staying together for as long as we have is that once a month we plan a nice weekend getaway, where she goes away with her family, and then I go away with my buddies, and it keeps us both very happy. So I first met my wife at a soccer stadium. It was a perfect match. So we live in a townhouse, and our neighbors can be loud at times, so we decided to invest in a white noise machine. But the one we bought is very basic. It's just a man's voice yelling, "Shut the hell up," over and over again. It was the cheapest one we could find. Yeah. So we have a cute little cat at home. And recently I found a really good cat sitter online. And this cat owner even said, like, you know, she could handle snakes and other unpleasant creatures that most people can't stand. So I booked her a couple weeks later again, and this time I took my mom with me. So our cat that's named after our mom, she's very cute. Maybe after the show, I'll show you guys some pictures of crazy fucking bitch. Oh, that one hit pretty good. Okay. So yeah, before I go, thanks guys, I'm Tomohiro, but my last name is Nosaki. Saki is in Nagasaki. So when I bomb, it's always twice in a row. Thank you guys, and good night.
Give it up for Tomo. I forgot to tell you that Tomo also runs a mic. I don't know if it's monthly or how often it is.
Deja Vu.
At Deja Vu Karaoke
Yeah.
up on the mountain. So it's a fun night. If you like to sing, you can come and do some comedy, and you can come and sing as well. Okay. I guess, you know what, we'll just get on to our next comic. So our next comic is a young man by the name of Mike. And he likes to say that he has lots of tattoos, but I think you can just judge that for yourself. And he's also was just on CH this morning, and he's part of the Milton, well, I don't know if he was on it, but he's part of the Milton Comedy Collective. And he's a lovely young man, and let's please welcome Mike.
Keep it going for your host, everybody. Hell yeah. I wasn't like interviewed on TV. They were interviewed on TV. It doesn't matter. But are you guys excited for Easter? Easter. This guy's stoked, man. But so Easter is weird, man, because Jesus got tortured and crucified on a Friday, and they named it Good Friday. That doesn't sound like a Good Friday to me, you know? I've had way better Mondays, right? But then he's gonna come back on the Sunday? How do you promote that event? Do you think they did it like one of those monster truck commercials? Like Sunday, 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 come on down to the ACC and watch your Lord and Savior take on Gravedigger. First 25,000 people get a corn dog. But I learned something new about myself. And if you start trauma dumping on me, I shut down and I start quoting Scooby-Doo. My buddy told me this whole story about how him and his girlfriend are breaking up. and he has nowhere to go because they split the rent, my response was zoinks. I looked a grown man, in pain, dead in the eyes, and said zoinks. Seriously. And he was like, come on, dude. I'm really going through it, you know, and you hit me with a fucking zoinks? And I was like, Jenkies, man, you know, like, you're right. Honestly, you're right. That's my bad. Maybe we should split up and look for clues. Maybe we can figure out why she left. No? Too dark? Okay. I should have left it there. Fuck! Anyways, but so my friends come over to my house like every weekend, and every time they come over, they piss all over my toilet seat. Yeah. And, you know, I can't really blame them, you know, because every time they come over, they're drunk. I want to watch them piss sober. It's not gay if it's for science, you know? Because, like, I think they're disrespecting my toilet seat. Like, imagine I come to your house, drunk, and I piss all over your toilet seat, and then you come to my house to watch me piss sober and I sit down? That's fucked up, man. Like, that's so disrespectful. Like, now you're doing it on purpose, and you're doing it per piss, and that's what pisses me off. But does anyone here smoke cigarettes?
Woo woo!
I'll end on this one. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. We're both gonna die soon. So when you go buy smokes, they put like these horrible pictures on them to show you like what cigarettes do to your body. So you know you'll see like a picture of a tongue with like a tongue cancer on it, or you'll see like a toe with gangrene, or the worst one, a dead baby. And it's fucked up, man, because every time I go to buy smokes, I feel like I'm at a slot machine. Because like I don't know which picture I'm gonna get, right? I go up to the guy like, hey man, could I get a pack of smokes? No dead baby, no dead baby, no dead baby, fucking dead baby. God damn it, every time. I can never win this fucking slot, man. But anyways, I really want a cookie. Shaena, get it back up here. Thank you so much.
All right, let's keep going for Mike. I forgot to mention that Mike is an ABBA lover. He loves ABBA. What's your favorite ABBA song, Mike?
Angel Eyes.
Ooh, I like that one. Mine is Gimme, Gimme, Gimme Your Man After Midnight. You know what they call the night before Good Friday? They call it Bad Thursday. Yeah, they do. And we used to go out when we were younger. We used to go to the bars on Bad Thursday, and everyone used to have fun, and all the hot guys would get in fights, and it was so sexy. I loved it. That was the 90s. It was a different time. You wouldn't understand. Our next comic is somebody that when I first saw her was actually I saw her at one of my first open mics at Levity, and I thought, oh my God, that's Janine Garofalo, which. I love Janine Garofalo, and one of my favorite movies when I was younger was The Truth About Cats and Dogs, and also Reality Bites. And if you haven't seen either, I definitely recommend. But Truth About Cats and Dogs, she was really, really good in that movie. And I love her dry sense of humor and her calm control of the stage. So please, let's give it up for Miss Gabby Watts, everybody.
Yay, let's keep it going for Shaena. Hello, I am Gabby Watts, and I have a confession for you guys. The Lord blessed me with no period pain. So yes, I am one of those hated women. I'm just quietly here and not feeling anything while I have my period. And but if it makes you guys feel any better, the Lord did kill my brother, so we're even. Unless you also hate your brother, then sorry. I feel like I'm at an age where like maybe menopause is coming. I don't know, on the horizon. But I feel like I'm gonna do the same thing that I did when I got my period, which is I'm gonna ignore it. When I got my period, my mom was like, "Here's a pad," and I was like, nothing really happened. I didn't think about it that much. No one said you're a woman now or anything. It's like, you bleed from this hole some of the time. So when I stop, I'll just stop, I guess. I don't know. I plan to have no symptoms. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm hoping. I feel like having kids is awesome. I don't know if anyone agrees, but I also feel like having kids is like taking acid because, you know, with the right people around you and the right attitude, you're going to have a great time. But yeah, it also might be a nightmare. We don't know. My favorite season of Stranger Things is season 1 because I feel like it really shows what it was like to be a kid of the 80s. You know, the bikes and the freedom and all the adventures. And every once in a while, one of us could go missing. Yeah, so I'm from Chile, guys, and we have different words in Chile than here. And when I first moved here, I learned a new word, which was roadkill. So I said to my friends, what does that mean? And they said, you know, it's like a little animal that died at the side of the road or died on the road. And I said, oh, like a dog? And they were like, no, not like a dog, like a squirrel or something. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to tell you my stories about Chile then. Yeah, it turns out there's never a good time to bring up in casual conversation that you used to walk by a severed dog head when you were little on the way to school. No one likes that. See, it's bad. It don't work. But yeah, but my childhood was the kind of childhood that makes a 10-year-old girl listen to The Cure, like in earnest, you know. I'm starting to think that only people without any real complaints ever complain. You know, like people complain are like, my job sucks. But people who have actual problems, like it's too awkward to bring them up, you know, like my mom's dying of cancer. I don't know. Like, I used to have a friend in university and her boyfriend was such a sweetheart. It turns out he used to be a child soldier. Like, he's not going to bring that up. He's fine. He likes his job. He has no problems. Yeah, so my dad's an astronomer, guys, and he left me when I was 5 years old. So now I have daddy issues with the whole universe. I do have I have astronomy issues. It's really weird. Do you guys ever get that ad at the beginning of porn that's like, are you tired of masturbating? Yeah. Like, I don't know. Are you tired right at the beginning? I feel like, let's have some stamina here, you know? I'm just trying to get started, ma'am. I don't know. Maybe if I put the ad at the end, you know, it might work better, but nobody watches the end of porn. Like, there could be anything back there. Right? State secrets or... yeah, so I feel like ladies need to stop looking up seductively at men when they're giving them a blowjob. Because, like, once this hard cock's in your mouth, it's too late for seduction. Like, you got him. You're doing it. It's good. All right, my name's Gabby Watts. Thanks, guys.
Let's keep it going for Gabby. Gabby, I can tell you, you'll know when you're going through menopause and you won't be able to ignore it because it'll just make you start going crazy and then you'll start hating everybody. And I actually started hating people. Yeah, I hated people so much that I actually had to go to therapy to see if there was something wrong with me. But my therapist said, nah, you're fine. They're just a bunch of cunts. My therapist is ChatGPT. Okay, so our next comic, I don't think we've met, but he has 3 cats, so I think we'll be friends forever because I'm also a cat lover. Let's give it up for Mr. Lee Carroll, everybody. And you can come up this way too if you like. Sure. No rules.
Oh yeah, get loud for me, Hamilton. Let me hear it, Daddy. Woo! All right, guys. Oh, you know, Hamilton is a city that gets shit on a lot. And we're going to keep it going because Hamilton is kind of like Toronto's derelict brother, you know? Like if they went to Subway, Toronto would get the cold cut combo with all the greens and everything you're supposed to, and Hamilton would get the pizza sub. But it is good. That's usually what I get. But I am from Hamilton, so it's actually a pretty physically active city. Everywhere I go, there's people touching their toes. But yeah, the thing is, what was the last one? Sorry, guys. You know what? Whatever. Anyways, guys, I should be at home watching porn because, frankly, I'm behind. And, there's no good reason. Because, unlike the old days of the desktop computer, you had to, like, Mission Impossible downstairs. I was like Anne Frank while I was trying to hand spank. Like, but now it's so accessible. I could literally watch some porn, like, right now. But I'll wait till I sit back down. But it's a tough hill to tackle because they keep making more and everyone's involved. I'm talking like whites, Asian, Latinas. The browns are getting in there now. That's nice. That's inclusive. The blacks, yeah, I didn't forget, and it's fine. I like a nice big booty like anybody else, but the men get involved. And that's humbling, because we just went from sexual fantasy to snuff film. Like, it's getting way out of hand. The girls are doing the whole, like, you ever see those? Like the comparison, They're looking at the camera like, how am I going to get out of this one? And, and then he gets in there like he's trying to get the last Pringle out of the can. And I'm like, damn, And I'm a secure guy. My dick is fine. I got like a Kirkland dick, You can go to Costco. There's 12 in a pack. You don't need that many, but it's a good price. Like, if you went to Subway and you got a 6-inch or a 5-inch sub, you'd be satisfied. But in your mind, like, I could have handled another. But, yeah, it's tough out there. What I don't understand, what really grinds my gears, is they feel the need to throw these plots in. Like, there's the pizza delivery guy. And he's, he brings the pizza. She's like, oh, I don't know how to pay for it. So, they work out a transaction. It's fair. There's the lifeguard. Some guy washes up on shore. She's like, oh, my goodness, I'm going to have to blow him back to life. And, I believe in miracles. That's fine. But the one that really gets me is when there's the lady, her sink is on the fritz. She's like, oh, I better call a plumber. So, he comes over, expecting just to, do his fucking job. So he's under the sink doing his thing. She comes and checks on him. She's like, oh, how's it going? He's like, well, there's definitely a clog in this drain. And she's like, oh, how's your pipe doing? And she starts hulking his Hogan. And they go through the various positions. And then he finishes. And I'm just sitting there like, well, what about the fucking sink? Man, but I can watch all the porn I want because I'm single. Hey, yeah, I get on Tinder unsuccessfully, I might add. My kind of thing is, I only swipe on like the perfect 10s, and I just expect them to be into this winning personality, which does not work, It is a little bit flattering. I do see some likes come through, so, I let them pool up. We get to about 10 or 12. I'm like, all right, let's see what we're dealing with here. And damn, like I knew I was after bitches, but I didn't realize I went to the kennel, because this is just like a sea of bulldogs and basset hounds. I'm talking like 10 Bill Belichicks, just ladies. I got a dog at home, and she likes peanut butter. Yeah, but no, we don't do that. No, they don't grasp the concept. Have you ever given your dog a milk bone? Like they just get after it. There is no, this is like a one chance deal. They do not grasp that concept. But anyways, I'll leave you at this. We got a little quick one. I know I have a beard right now. Just imagine I only have the mustache, There are 3 people that are allowed to have a mustache. That's a policeman, a fireman, and sexual predators. And I won't tell you which one I am, but you could find out. Because if you call 911, I'm not coming. Because I'm already there. But that's my time, guys. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Lee. Lee, I have no idea why you're single. such a mystery. I don't understand the online dating culture. I've been married for 28 years, you guys. I've done more time than someone who's done murder. And I don't know what I would do if I was single. I don't think I could handle the dating apps. You know what scares me more than the rejection? It's the unsolicited dick pics. If someone sent me a dick pic, all I know is I'm showing everybody, especially the ladies in my book club. That's right. There'll be rosé. There'll be a charcuterie board. We'll have the penis out. We'll be like, ladies, what can we learn from this? Clearly not Jewish. Is this a good man or a bad man? Is this a rich man or a poor man? Is this a white man or a black man? Oh, wait, that one might be obvious. Okay, our next comic is somebody who has dyes his hair a lot. Right now it's blue. I think the first time I met him it was multicolored. And he loves to bomb. He does it intentionally. So please give it up for Monsieur Joey Bomb.
That was the nicest thing anybody's ever said to me. I intentionally bomb. That was great. Cucumbers. You can cut them into little slices, right? Right? Carrots. You can put them in a juicer, right? Right? Bananas. Banana split with a spoon, right? But no man can eat a popsicle without looking gay as fuck. It's where brain freeze collides with the gag reflex. Speaking of the homosexuals, here's a friendly reminder to all the gays. It is not Gay Pride Month. So, I don't know, don't be gay. Or at least don't be proud of it. That's right, only shameful gay sex should be allowed. The kind of sex where your grandmother's looking down at you from heaven going, tisk, tisk, tisk. Nah, fuck that. The kind of disgusting gay sex that just grosses out other gay guys. Ew. That boy is gay as fuck. Have you guys been following what's been going on in the Middle East? That's some crazy stuff, eh? You know, the U.S., Israel, Iran. It's a lot of talk about the Straits of Hormuz. Nobody's talking about the gays of Hormuz, though. We don't need water bombs to take down seamen. We are gay as fuck. I have tons of respect for the gay as fuck gays. Not so much the other ones, like my neighbors. Oh, we met in high school. Oh, fell in love. We've been together ever since we got married. We're in love and we're happy. Wait, you've only been with one other guy? What's the point of being gay? Seriously, like, if penis is your thing, there's all kinds. Big ones, small ones, cut and uncut. I hear some of the black ones are delightful. What else is in the news? Used books are fine, except for maybe Lolita. See, I'm inferring that it's covered with pedo cum. And as we all know, pedo cum is the worst of the cums. That's not the sound of the That's not the sound of the spine cracking. See, I'm inferring that it's covered with pedo cum, and that's the sound. They say you should never explain your jokes, but I don't know. Hey, any married guys here? Any married guys? Married guys? One other, another one? There's a couple of you. So you guys know that feeling, right? That embarrassing feeling? The first time your wife catches you masturbating? To pictures of your mother-in-law in high school, right? That's why I never got married. I don't have the willpower to wait until after the ceremony. Okay. I'll finish up with this. I really enjoy TV shows that change history a little bit. Like, there was a show called The Man in the High Castle. Or, I'll do this the other way. There was the show about how Germany won World War II, and they called that The Man in the High Castle. That was a good show. Another one about how the Soviets were the first ones to the moon. They call that All of Mankind. That was a pretty good one. There's another one where Israel goes crazy and just starts bombing people indiscriminately and blowing up schools and bridges and hospitals and just laughing about it. That one is called The News. All right. Hey, Hamilton, let's bring back 1999. This woman was my fake girlfriend. Because I do remember the blonde cheerleader. So let's bring back Shaena, everybody.
Joey Bombs. Let's give it up for Joey Bombs. Such a good name, actually. Like, that is like a name for like a star. Like, you're Joey Bombs. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. I don't know what to say about that other than I think my hair underneath this is like probably as white as yours. And so I have to get my roots done like very regularly because my hair is like white, like Mrs. Claus white. And nobody wants to fuck Mrs. Claus. She's not hot. So anyway, our next comedian, I met him at the Levity workshop. And he's a lovely young man, but he hates babies. And I don't really know why. And he's also a bit of a stalker. His girlfriend bought him this rugby shirt, and then she broke up with him, and he's still wearing it, you guys. Creepy. Anyway, here's the lovely Ian. Are you an '01 baby or an '02 baby? '02. You're an '02. Okay, so you could be my son because my daughter was born in '02, and I was 12 when she was born. And then my other son was my other child was born in '03, and I was 13 when he was born. So yeah, I was a child bride and a child baby maker. Anyway, I don't know where that came from. Clearly, that was improvised. So our next comedian is somebody who congratulated me on my first hosting gig, which I thought was very nice of him. And he also gave me some good pointers and a couple tips. And he wouldn't give me a fun fact about himself, so I'm just going to say, fun fact, he's 6'4". Let's give it up for Yoel, everybody. I used to have like, a little bit too much wine at night during COVID because, like I was alone a lot. And my son one time, he said, Mom, they say if you drink alone, it means you have a drinking problem. And I said, no, it means you have a friend problem. And so it was really hard to hang out with your friends during a full-blown pandemic. Anyway, on that note, I don't know if he's ready yet, Mr. George. Natasha. Oh, okay. We're switching it up. Oh, Natasha. Yay. Here's another one of my comedian friends who we met at the Levity Workshop as well. And there's so many fun facts about her. She loves her cat. She's been to North Korea. And this one could be a truth or a lie. I'm not sure. She keeps a shovel in her car. So I guess we'll find out if that's true or not. Please give it up for my friend, Natasha, everybody. Natasha Fiorino. It's not going in there for some reason.
That's good. Sorry. All right. Let's give it up for Shaena. She's doing an amazing job so far. Out there. Any tripping hazards. All right. Is this on? This sounds good. All right. Shaena is correct. I have been, just to do a quick explanation, I've been to North Korea. I lived in South Korea for 2.5 years, and I lived like 10 minutes from the DMZ, so they had a special office area. They do tours of the DMZ, reunification area. Anyway, so on one side you're in South Korea, and then the next you're in North, because that's where the two sides meet when they have meetings. So technically, I've been to North Korea. But I didn't go like deep in there. Anyway, fun fact. All right, so my name is Natasha Fiorino, and I'm a Jertalian. Yes, that means I'm half German, half Italian, and two very romantic languages. So when my Italian side says I love you, they say ti amo, and when the German side, if they say I love you, they say ich liebe dich. Yeah, you can really hear that passion in there. Yeah. But you know what other language is also romantic? Very sexual, risque. Anybody? Any guesses? No. It's the English language. Yeah, you all thought it was vanilla, but oh no, it's full of double entendres. Oh, do you speak French? Do you know what that means? It means double entendre, double meaning. Yeah, it's the true double-double. Yeah. English is just a grammatical orgy. And I was an ESL teacher. That's why I was in Korea. I was an ESL teacher for over 13 years in Toronto after I came back from Korea. And that made for a lot of awkward conversations with my students in the classroom. You guys know what ESL means? Yes? What does it mean? Oh, you guys went to private school. All right. All right, yes, English is a second language. I had a guy once when I used to do online dating. He was like, oh, you teach slow kids. How cute. And I was like, the only one that's slow here, buddy, is you, because these students are brilliant. They're on to their third, fourth, fifth language. Yeah, it's more like English as a seventh language. Oh, yeah, they're not monogamous when it comes to languages. Oh, no, they're polylinguists. They're just swinging from language to language. So I had a student come up to me one day, and he goes, teacher, what does titty mean? And I was like, oh, no, now I'm going to have to explain this. But then he brought the textbook to me, and it was the word tidy. Woo, I'm glad I didn't have to get my titties into not having to explain that one. Woo. And had a lot of students from Asia. I had a lot of Korean students. So typically on their first day, they would come up to me, they'd be like, my name's Park Ji-sung, but you can call me Chris. So they all would have an English name. And I was like, this is kind of sad, because your name is your given name that was given to you by your parents. It's part of your identity. Maybe you were named after an ancestor. So I'm giving the students this whole spiel about why they should just go with their given name. So on their first day of class, I'm like, so what is your name? And my 3 Korean students, they were like, I'm Young Bum. Oh, and you? I'm Bum Suck. And you? Young Ho. You know what? Maybe you should go with your English name. That's maybe safer while you're here. Yeah. But also as an ESL teacher, we wore many hats, so we would take them on tours all around Toronto. And one day we went to a brewery. We thought this was like hip and fun. And on this day, my students, probably between the ages of like 16 and 40, from all around the world, and so we're doing this tour of the brewery. They're telling us how beer is made. It's really interesting, and my German students really interested in this. And all of a sudden, this like bro tour guide, he's been taking us around, and all of a sudden over his microphone, he goes, do you guys know why head is so good? Do you know why head is so good? And I just start giggling, and the students are quick, and they're like, "Teacher, what's so funny? Why is head so good?" And I'm like, I'm not about to explain this to a 16-year-old from Saudi Arabia. So my German student, then he says, the reason why the head is so good for the beer is because it keeps it cool and it locks in the flavor. And it's slang for blowjob. Well, thank you. You just did my job for me. And one of my ultimate favorite students of all time, Majdi, he was a doctor from Syria, and he had to do a presentation on health. So he came to class one day. Mind you, he's like Borat and Bruno mixed together. So Majdi was giving us this wonderful presentation on how to prevent diabetes. And he's like, yeah, so if you do this, you'll be sexyful. And I was like, sexyful? And he's like, yeah, sexyful. I was like, you mean successful? Yeah, sexyful. So I told Majdi I was doing stand-up, and he's like, okay, I hope you'll be sexyful. Thanks, Majdi. All right, I'm going to stop it there for today. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Natasha, everybody. So good, so funny. I also want to be sexy-full. How does that happen? How do you get to be sexy-full? When you be sexy and you're full, like you had too much dinner, like sexy-full? Is that what that means? No? Our next comic is somebody who actually gave me my very first shot, and she asked me to be on her show. It was here at the Center for Talking Arts called Deep Throat Laughs. It was a great night of female comedians, and I was very honored to have been included in that. And I'll never forget that. And so please give it up for the wonderful Miss Dana Monica, everybody.
Hey, guys. Oh, my God, that's so sweet to know. Fucking hell, listen to my voice, sir. I've just been yelling at my family for a month straight. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Hi, I'm Dana Monica. You guys can call me Dana. Mike earlier was talking about how he started to talk about Scooby-Doo and he got uncomfortable. My spouse actually does that. And I used to, when we first started dating, I would ask him to hang out just because I knew that he couldn't. And he'd be like, oh, geez, And I'd be like, oh, fuck, that's good. I don't know why. I was just I was like, oh, my God, Shaggy, baby. It got me, so yeah. You're not the only one that talks like Scoob, or I'm so happy to be here. I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus from stand-up because I just went back to my roots for a month with just depression, And it's just mossing around, touching grass. Those are all the puns that I could think of nature. But being depressed is being mentally ill is embarrassing because you guys have seen me with glitter on my face before, it's hard to just be oh my God, life. But I unfortunately am a nihilist, so I'm trying to become more of an active nihilist opposed to a passive one. But it's hard when your moral compass is pointless, Coming out of psychosis is interesting. Has anybody ever been? I've been to psychosis a few times, the island, and I've made it back every time. And I'm also somebody who had to get sober in my 20s. And I've noticed that coming out of psychosis and getting sober are very, very similar. Both people, or both versions of those people, are in the bathroom kind of chugging energy drinks, trying to simulate a high, and then looking in the mirror and praying to God that people don't relate them to Joaquin Phoenix. Or is that just me? I don't know. I have a phobia that people are going to think that I resemble Joaquin Phoenix. It's something about my eyes. Do you see it? Are you telling me you see it right now? Fuck, dude. This is a nightmare. And I came here on purpose. Yeah. So one thing about me that I've learned in the last 2 years is that I don't abort my kids. Yeah. It goes against everything I believe in, too, I thought the first one was like a fluke. It's like I kept it. Weird, you know? Okay. And then it happened again. And I kept it again. Yeah, so I'm 2 for 2 for unplanned pregnancies. And yeah, I've got kids now. And it's like having kids, like Gabby was saying that it's fun. It is fun. I like having the children. I'm fucking terrified for them to be adults and like in therapy, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just like so afraid of my children becoming adults and then psychoanalyzing all of this. And I just continuously watched my first positive pregnancy test keep getting closer to like adulthood, it's, you know. She turned 7 and like she's starting to understand reason and it's freaking me out, you know. Yeah, that's kind of all I had today. I'm going to get off the stage. Oh, that was a weird closing, but thanks. I love you guys. Bye. Can't get it in.
That's what he said. Good job. Keep it going for Dana Monica. I was telling you earlier that I have 2 kids, and my husband and I are empty nesters. And I had worked really hard on telling all these empty nester jokes, which I think most of you have heard my empty nester jokes. And then something happened that made me very sad is I can't tell those jokes anymore because my son is moving home tomorrow. And he's graduating from university, so it's good because we don't have to pay tuition and rent and groceries and clothes and gas and life and everything that we have to give him anymore. But it also means he's moving back into my house, which means no more empty nester jokes and no more privacy. No more walking around the house naked. Say goodbye to that. Anyway, our next comedian is one of my favorites to watch. I love her physicality. She's very loosey-goosey up on the stage, and she's super fun to watch. And she's also the only other person I know who has used a Diva Cup before. So please give it up for the lovely Miss Phoebe Taylor.
I do give Diva Cup, don't I, when I get on stage. Hi, guys. I'm Phoebe. I went to the doctors the other day. I went to the real doctors. I went to the verified doctors. I know as a white lady with bangs, I kind of give essential oil a little bit. It's weird you have to clarify that information these days now, right? It's hard making new friends. But I went to the real doctors, verified doctors, the doctors with vaccines, and the worst thing that happened to me at the doctor's office, my MRI results came back, clear. My blood tests came back. Iron was a little low, normal for a woman my age. But when the doctor walked in, she looked me in the eyes, and she was much younger than me. And that is really upsetting because you live your whole life, doctors, authority figures, people much older than you, people that went to school for longer than you are much younger. And then all of a sudden they walk in, they have age-appropriate acne. Yeah. And so I was telling my doctor, I've been getting like these crazy migraines, these crazy headaches. My doctor did what all doctors do in the tradition of medicine when they are met with female pain, and they said, "How was your last period?" Yes. And, it's always kind of a disheartening thing being asked that question, especially by a 22-year-old, because it's like, you're new to tampons. I'm a seasoned Diva Cup user. Now, for the confused men in the room, I'm now going to demonstrate why that is a skill-based issue, because tampons, applicators, kid shit. Diva Cups require you to have a double-jointed elbow that you don't know that you're in possession of until you are fisting yourself in a public bathroom, Pooh Bear style naked, with your foot up on a sink and going, this is what's going to really help the environment. Yeah. This is what's going to take down Bezos's jet. Me and my Diva Cup. Thanks for the setup, Shauna. But I kind of have like I feel like there's like two types of doctors. Actually, my doctor is. It definitely gives ex-social worker of some kind. And when you get ex-social worker, you just get like a lot of eye contact and your full legal name, but not a lot of actual care, you know? I kind of prefer my doctors to have no bedside manner, really. You know, guy that was maybe too much for the military. So he became a doctor instead. Because like ex-social worker, during a pap smear, it's too intimate. You know, like I don't need to be, you guys are in a great spot. You're very welcome for this. I don't need to be here chatting about what I watched during lockdown, you know? Yeah, it was some of James Gandolfini's greatest work. Like it's too intimate, you know? That's what we all did during the pandemic, right? Was watch The Sopranos and drink too much beer. But you know, I prefer somebody who kind of gives off like auto body mechanic vibes. It's clear I don't own a car, or I'm not the person that takes it to the shop by saying auto body mechanic all the time. I think I could just say car mechanic. 'Cause like, you know, somebody who's just gonna go, all right, let's look under the hood. That, you know, I prefer business. Like, let's just get straight to the point when we get there. What should I leave you guys on? Oh my God, I talk so much. Talk about my vagina way too much. My dad really wanted me to be a lawyer. But didn't do any of the parenting that would require somebody to actually become a lawyer, right? Just disappointment. What about, I'll leave you guys on this. I don't really mind giving doctors a hard time, because like doctors with like their personality socks and like slacks, like I think you get to kind of like punch down on them a little bit. But I won't give nurses a hard time, you know? Because they're just trying their best, right? And that is because I was bullied by the girls' volleyball team in high school, who later went on to become nurses. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Bring back your host.
Give it up for Phoebe. Very agile comedian. I love it. I love it. When I first started like writing, like in the idea of like what I'm going to do, the first time I ever did stand-up comedy was in 2013, actually. And I did it 2013, 2014, and then these two people kind of got in my way from being able to pursue it properly, and they were my kids. So I kind of had to put that on hold for like 12 years or so. And then when I was looking into it back then, they were like, you know, guys, don't talk about your period because men hate that. Men hate it when women talk about their period. They hate it when they talk about their period. They can't stand it when women comics talk to guys about their period. So I just want to say, you don't have to worry. I'll never talk about my period because I don't get it anymore. And, you know, you should come see my doctor because she's awesome, and she gives me a margarita recipes when I go see her. She's like, I took your test today, and your kidneys and your liver is functioning so great, and you should have margarita. Here is margarita recipe. And that is supposed to be a Polish-Russian accent. I don't know if that worked or not. Anyway, your next comedian is neither Polish nor Russian, but he speaks Russian, and he's also never had coffee. But he's very funny, and we have great talks about history, or we just did, and we'll hopefully do it again. Please welcome George to the stage.
So sorry guys, I'm coming off of a trauma. So it's I was in Lebanon, you know, when the war broke with, you know, we have awesome neighbors over there. We call them Israel. So what I'm trying to do today, so I didn't feel like performing, but then I'm like, fuck it, go on stage. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You know, you also Joey. So so I'm like, you know, what's the worst that's gonna happen? Just go with it. what I want to say is a bit of a rant, and if you indulge me, please, and allow it, I would like to rant to you tonight. Is that okay? So I come from Lebanon. It's a small country in the Middle East. For some reason, everybody wants to stick their dicks in us, and we keep saying no. But we already, we lost our virginity. Like I don't know why we're so holding on to whatever remains in Lebanon, right? So we're kind of like that, like everybody wants to fuck with us, and we're too soft. We're French, for God's sake. Like you're not threatening when somebody's trying to fuck you, and you're like, oh no. They're like, oh oui, oh. So I come from that, right? So war, explosions, like that's what I wake up with every day. Like you wake up and it's like, fuck, how am I gonna die today? And it's such a fun thing to exist with, especially as a developing child. When you ask your mom, why is death so bleak and sudden? And your mom goes, what the fuck? So that's how you grew up in a place that is so dark. And I know it's getting heavy, and I want it to be heavy. So you grow up in a place like that, right? So when I got out, I wasn't there when my mom gave birth to me. I mean, I was there, but I wasn't online per se, So like having moved here, I feel that I was just given birth to, like. My mom, who just passed away, by the way, she just shot me out of her vagina now, So, and it's an unsettling thought to have about your dead mom. But I digress. So that's what I come from, right? And some friends, like Joey, was asking me upstairs. Yeah, that same Joey. He was asking me upstairs, like, how do you not care about what's going on in Lebanon, right? And it's like having a bad neighbor, right? And it's not like that. It is that. We have Israel, if you know anything about Israel. Lovely people, by the way. So, like, they keep fucking with us, right? For no reason. Like, hey, well, it's a Monday. Oh, people are going to work. Let's bomb their streets. That kind of neighbor. Very fun, right? So Joey was asking me, like, you don't feel attachment to that place? And I said, fuck no. Why would I? Like, I'm willing to spend $3,000 on an airfare ticket to travel to Lebanon to sell my used underwear that I have there, just so there's no corner in my brain where I store anything related to my home country. Do you understand how much I want to flush it out of me like a bad diarrhea? And it keeps on coming, that motherfucker. It's like herpes. Being Arab is like herpes. Like, it never goes away, and every time it comes back, it's fucking harsher, and you want to scratch it out more, but you can't. So all of this to say, I'm so happy that I get to say I'm Canadian now, right? But I still wonder, because I look around me, and Canada has its fair share of problems, right? And we all know what they are. We don't have to reiterate those, like, oh, homeless on the street, making, like, yeah, I have a couple of homeless jokes, and they're in bad taste, and I fucking don't care. I love them, right? I love them, and I get to love them here, right, in Canada. But I have to stop and wonder sometimes, what did go wrong in Canada? What's the cumulative effect of one event going wrong in Canada that led many, many, many years down the line? And I told you this is a rant. What's that one mistake that singularity event that started years and years ago that was so wrong in Canada that it kept developing? Shut up, you. It's not about you, don't worry. Even though I should make it now, by the way. Now, let's get back into it. So what went wrong in Canada? At what point did it go wrong? And it led to that in the 2nd of April of 2026 at CFTA, at around 8:20 p.m., Lee decides to go up the stage through the center. And like, all the fucking trauma I've ever had doesn't even come close to how much damage you caused onto me, brother. Thank you, guys. That was my time.
All I know is if I was your mother, I would have been happy to have a C-section because you look pretty big to be coming out of anybody's vagina. I had C-sections with both my kids. I like to call it vaginal preservation surgery. I'm the only one in my friend group who can sneeze without crossing my legs. I know, it's like, A very proud moment for me. Our next, let's just going to keep rolling because we have so many great comedians here tonight, and I want to make sure everyone gets their time before it gets too late. We're going to keep it rolling with somebody who was just on CHCH Live this morning. She's also, along with Mike, part of the Milton Comedy Collective, and I think that you're also opening for Paul American at the Staircase Theater on April 10th. Please give it up for Miss Diana Barbosa, everybody.
Hello, CFTA. Alrighty. Okay, we're going to get to this today because I really need you guys, and there's a lot of men in here today, but I need you all to be my best friends. I'm here actually today to see if I have had a humiliating situation or not. So I need you to act as my best friends and let me know where this went wrong, okay? So this whole story starts with I had a bit of a scare. I was having heart palpitations. I had very foggy mind. I completely lost my appetite. It turns out I had a crush, okay? Honestly, if you know my history with men, I'd be better off having a stroke. Okay. I'm turning 50 soon. Having a crush at 50 is not cute. The only thing that I should be crushing is hormone replacement pills into my applesauce. Okay. However, I don't know if you remember your crushes in high school or if you've had one as an adult. Everything turns into a Hallmark romance movie, right? So when I see him, the mere act of him trying to tussle his bald head, to me looks like Zorro in Antonio Banderas in The Mask of Zorro, just, like waving like this, a little bit of Fabio for those of you old enough to remember. He also, generally, when I'm on the dating apps, if somebody smokes, it's an automatic swipe left. It's a no for me. But this guy smokes. And it's not that I want to take up smoking, but I've never wanted to be a cigarette so bad in my entire life, right? So my brain, my logical brain, is full of passion, poetry, desire. My thumbs, however, did something very different because I thought I was going to be a grown woman. Like I said, I'm turning 50, and I thought I was going to face this straight on instead of having a crush from afar. And so I slid into his DMs, and my thumbs betrayed me by doing this. Hey, so sorry for bothering you, but is there a world in which perhaps maybe you would consider dating me? Oh my God, the room is so quiet. This one was bad, right? Okay, is that what that means? Is that what the silence means? Now, I do have to say that me using the word world sounded more like I was inviting him into the Avengers multiverse than it was on a date. So he did turn me down, very politely. Right? This is where I was worried that the story would be sadder than funny. Okay, this is good feedback. Okay, yeah, this is worse than I thought. Okay, that's fine. But he did turn me down very politely because he's a grown man and I wouldn't have a crush on an idiot, so he was very kind. He did give me a very original thing. He said that it's him, not me. Right? And although I do believe that two things can be true at the same time, so I mean, I do think that he was being polite when he said that, but I also know myself well enough to believe him, and that the problem is just strictly that he's got really bad taste in women. Because what else could it be? Thank you. Now, I do have to say I have been divorced 5 years, and with this most recent experience, I like to think that my relationships have not so much failed, but to give you some context, I found a picture of my great-grandmother's wedding. She got married in a black dress. Shout out to the woman who set the tone for the next 4 generations of failed relationships. So I don't see my love life as a failure, but instead my dedication to family traditions. Okay. My mom is, I find part of my problem too is that I'm a bit of a people pleaser. And so for an example, my mom still talks to my dad. And my mom and dad are divorced because when we immigrated here from Colombia, he kind of sent us ahead because he had to stay back and take care of business. It turns out that business was the name of the young woman he was taking care of. But my mom keeps this relationship with him, and my brother and I actually plead with her, like, why do you still talk to this man? Like, you don't have to be nice to him. And she says, well, we kind of do because we have children. And now, I know people who stay together until the kids graduate from high school. I even know some that, stick it in the long run and stay till the kids are done college. But I wonder if my mom's just thinking to herself, you know what? If Diana can just make it to the other side of menopause, then at that point, we can finally split up. I'm glad, CFTA, that I was here to be a ray of hope for relationships tonight. And I appreciate you very much. I've been Diana Barbosa.
Give it up for Diana Barbosa, everybody. As I mentioned before, I've never done the dating apps because I've been married for 28 years, so that just freaks me out. I just don't think I could handle it. And my husband and I met in the 90s when we were drunk in a bar. And that's what everybody did back then. Before the iPhone, when it was just dial-up internet. And now you guys meet on a dating app, then you hook up for a coffee, and then 15 minutes later you're having sex in a Tim Hortons bathroom. I don't get that. I won't even go pee in a Tim Hortons bathroom. Our next comedian is he's headlining his own show on April 10th at the Staircase Theatre in Hamilton. And he was also on CH Morning. This room is full of celebrities tonight. He was also on CH TV this morning. Please give it up for the very funny and talented Paul American, everybody.
Man, who hasn't been on CHCH? Just wait, it'll come. I was supposed to be at the Google Dolls right now. But the Google Dolls canceled their concert, so now, now I'm not going to sing their songs, or will I? I don't know. So I just got a few things to talk about. Speaking of the show, little tip, next week's show, the majority of ticket holders are women. So I really wanted to try some stuff for women today, and I picked the right room for that. This is great. Oh, man, don't you hate men? They're not going to work out. So I'll just improvise for a bit. So if you've been here a while, you know that at one point in my life, I had a stalker. She actually lived just down the street from here. So every time I came here, I never posted I was here, but she just knew. She'd be like, hey, you want to come over? And I eventually had to block her. And we had an incident where she just said, okay, we can be friends. You just want to come over and hang? I'm like, all right, I'll come over and hang. And then I was trying to leave. She's like, you're not going anywhere till you eat my pussy. And if you know me, I kind of give off a lonely school shooter vibe. And you're like, you're like a man in the desert, and this woman offered you water. What's wrong with you? Well, the thing is, the water was from Hamilton. No, it has nothing. No. All right, that's stalker. Just going random here. So I see a few new faces, so you probably haven't heard this one. Last month was the longest year of my life. Within a 7-day period, I'm not kidding, within a 7-day period, I got dumped. My car broke down. I was told it would cost $4,000 to fix it. And I'm not kidding, the very next day, I got laid off from my job. But it's been all right, because I've had the strength of a really beautiful woman. No, I got dumped. Fuck me, I keep forgetting that. Oh, I told this to my therapist. I was on a Zoom call with my therapist, and I've never seen her I don't know what to say. She's just looking at me, and then I don't know, a gun goes in her mouth. I'm like, no. That's how, she was stumped. She's like, holy fuck, I might have to retire after this. But yeah, and there's no happy ending because I'm living through it right now. What's next? Here we go. What's next? So yeah, I am in therapy. Has a little thing to do with my parents. Little thing about my mom. One time I didn't throw out the garbage, and she was really sarcastic about it. She's like, oh, maybe we could do it now. I'm like, oh, but the truck won't come today, right? And I'm like, okay, fuck it. Mom, I'll hop in a time machine, and I'll put out the garbage like I was supposed to. She's like, if we had a time machine, you wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, I'm in therapy. My dad's he's all right, except I vividly remember, this is not fucking faking it, I vividly remember him changing my diaper and trying to make me laugh by flicking at me. He went, bring, 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 bring. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm 10, this doesn't feel right. No, he did this when I was like 2, and he just kept going like, bring, bring. I'm like, oh my God, could someone answer the phone? This is so wrong. Yeah, how much time do I have?
Oh, you have lots. You have like a minute and a half.
Fuck. No, okay, yeah, so we'll circle back. So I work in VFX. It doesn't really have a lot to do with this joke, but I just want to let you know that it's a pretty cool job. It's not. It sucks ass. We hired a new guy, and it turns out he lives in the same town as me. So when we left, after working together for 9 hours, we commuted together for about 3 hours because that's how bad the GO train is. And for those 3 hours, I got 2 words in. So it's like that kind of relationship where he just kept talking. And we got to our destination, and I had a ride waiting for me. But when we got off, he said, "Hey, Paul, you want to ride home?" And I'm like, "Oh, no, man, I already got one." And he literally went, "Fine." And he just walks away. I'm like, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? And the next day, his demeanor changed. He used to be so friendly, but he started using my mouse, and my computer's like, "Your mouse fucking sucks." I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And he always did this when the boss was gone, and he just kept saying, like, "I fucking hate this place." I'm like, it's day 2. Like, you have to give it a week, then you can hate it. But then after a while, he just was really mean. He'd be like, like, "Fuck you, Paul." And I was like, what the hell's going on here? And then after he got friendly again, and he says, "Hey, look at my model helicopter." I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." And he's like, "Yeah, you'll have a lot of fun when you come over and play with it." And I'm like, "Oh." And I'm like, I don't want to play with your helicopter. And then he started acting even meaner. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I rejected him, and now he's being a piece of shit. Is this the female experience? Like, I'm in a conundrum, because the last thing I want to do is friend zone him. Yeah. So, oh yeah, no, that's what I forgot about my stalker. I know if I want to really get rid of my stalker, I can't just block her. I have to probably date her. That's probably what I have to do. Guys, I'm Paul American. Thank you so much for your time. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. You know what?
It's okay. Let's give it up for Paul, everybody. Guys, I'm half Dutch, half Irish. So I'm half judgmental, half alcoholic. And I guess I'm not an alcoholic, because they always say, that my dad would always say, if we weren't Irish, we'd be alcoholics. So it's really nice to know that. But also, the Dutch culture, well, maybe not the entire, I don't want to speak for the entire Dutch culture, but it does tend to be stereotypically a little bit judgmental and opinionated. And they're very straight. They tell you like it is, and they think they're helping you. Like, so my mom used to, just tell it to me straight. And I remember one time I said to her, "I think there's something wrong with me. I need to go to therapy." And she said, "You don't need to go to therapy. There's nothing wrong with you." And then I realized, like, years later when I finally did go to therapy, she just didn't want me to go because she didn't want me to find out she was a shitty mom. So, our next comedian is a good buddy of mine. But I also think he's actually truly is a Nigerian prince who's just over here slumming it with us in Hamilton, living off his trust fund. So please give it up to the very classy Tochi!
More of that for Shaena, please. More of that. Thank you. No one has ever mistaken me for a trust fund kid in this life, man. I'm blushing right now. Woo! Natasha was right about what she said earlier. English is actually my 7th language. No applause. Thank you. This only means that I can say fuck in 6 other languages, man. Yeah. Oh boy. I know the kind of voice I have. Like, I know that I don't have the voice that inspires confidence. Yeah, if Martin Luther King had my voice, Obama would have been the leader of the Black Panther Party, man. Yeah, but I found like some ways to address my limitations here. For instance, in arguments now, I noticed that humans, there is this thing that we do with cats, or rather with rats, where once you bring up the study on rats in an argument, we just let it pass. Like, once you say a study was conducted on rats, humans are like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. A study was conducted on rats, so men do some stupid stuff. Wait, that makes sense. That makes sense. Sorry, that joke didn't land. I didn't know what the fuck I was trying to say there. But yeah, man, welcome Jazz and Kelvin. Like, it's been a minute, man. Yeah, you are good friends of this club. We appreciate you. Yeah, thank you so much. So, my girlfriend broke up with me recently. Yeah, that's thank you. Yeah. So we were actually on a date, and then she was complaining about her French vanilla. And I told her that French vanilla is actually a perfect name for a porn star. Yeah, that's a good observational joke, yeah? Yeah. It's just not the kind of joke I should be making when she was on her period. I learned that the hard way. Women lose all their sense of humor once they're on their periods. Stay with me, Phoebe. Don't frown. Thank you. Yeah, but it's actually understandable, yeah? Because a study was recently conducted on rats. Which proves that the pain that you ladies experience when you're on your periods is exactly the level of pain that guys experience when we are kicked on our balls. So I can't imagine being kicked on my balls like over and over again over a period of 5 days, complaining about my coffee, and being told by my girlfriend that black coffee is actually the perfect name for a porn star. Yeah. But I love breakups, man. I do. Yeah. You know, breakups are actually the perfect catalyst for male character development. Because ladies, they would never break up with you without giving you a performance review. Yeah. I learned from my first breakup that I shouldn't celebrate when I win my girlfriend in arm wrestling. And I learned from my second breakup that every now and then, I should let my girlfriend win me in arm wrestling. And I learned from my third breakup that I shouldn't even be the one suggesting arm wrestling as a game in the first place, man. Yeah, my last breakup was my 29th breakup. Woo! Thank you. She didn't even know how good she had it, seriously. Lots of character development. So I went on the apps and it wasn't working out because I'm me. But finally I called up one of my exes and it turned out that she had forgotten why we even broke up in the first place. So we went back on a date. And then during the date, first off, that date was at Tim Hortons. Yeah, and I was actually entertaining her, like telling her why I love Hamilton buses so much, which wouldn't have been a problem if I hadn't come to that date in a Hamilton bus. But she was laughing so hard that at some point I was like, this is a good time to plug in my joke. So I asked her, are you on your period? She said no. Are you enjoying your French vanilla? She said yes. Since the invention of porn in France in the early 90s, how many porn actresses do you think have gone by the stage name French vanilla? She said about 30. You're wrong. 0 porn actresses have gone by that name, French vanilla. Like, why wouldn't anyone pick that name, man? Thank you so much, guys. It was nice trying this out with you.
Give it up for Tochi. Don't forget the cookies, you guys. I brought cookies, and they're for you guys, so please help yourselves. I want to be known forever as the hostess with the mostest. And now I feel bad. Are you guys friends with Tochi, Pizza Man? Are you guys friends with Tochi? A little bit? Aw, now I feel bad for yelling period in your face over and over again. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell my one last empty nester joke before this ends tomorrow. It was one of my favorites, and it's held a special place in my heart. So my husband and I thought we'd be traveling a lot more, to be honest. But empty nester just means that your kids have moved out, but they still take all your money. So instead of traveling to places like Italy, we just hung out at Italy. And instead of going on an exotic African safari, we would just sit on our front porch with a glass of wine and wait for a coyote to run by our house with the neighbor's cat in its mouth. I'm like, oh, I loved that, Mr. Whiskers. That's so sad. Anyway, don't forget to have your cookies. We're going to bring up our last 5-minute comic, and then we're going to do the shotgun round. I think we have 2 comics for the shotgun round. Our next comic is younger than my son. Now I really feel old. But you should follow him on Instagram because he wears a really cool hat and makes a lot of funny reels. So please welcome to the stage Richard Latran, everybody.
Thank you. I'm actually Shauna's illegitimate Asian son. The Asian genes came through very strong. You couldn't even tell I'm a quarter alcoholic. Just look at me. Speaking of my Asian heritage, I got beat by my dad growing up. There's no other Asian people in here, so now it feels kind of weird. And when I got beat by my dad, he said the classic line that all parents say when they beat their child. This is hurting me more than this hurts you. We all know that's bullshit, but the thing is, my dad had me real late. He had me at 53. So by the time I was 10 years old, he was really telling the truth. Because 63-year-olds have brittle hands. And I have an unusually robust face. That's a combination for accelerated arthritis, It's not good. And the thing about getting beat by a 63-year-old is nobody feels bad if you got beat by a 63-year-old. Because the fact that I'm a child is offset by the fact that he's a senior citizen. So if you consider it child abuse, you will also have to consider it elder abuse. Because I'm breaking his hand with my face. All right, that's the child abuse joke. I don't know if you guys know this, but a few years ago in Canada, we created a program for assisted suicide. I don't like it. I don't think suicide is a 2-man job. I think if your suicide was a 2-man job, then you just got murdered, Second reason why I don't like it is because it's covered by OHIP, which is that's some bullshit, isn't it? I can't even get a root canal covered by OHIP. But if I wanted to kill myself to do it for free? Whatever happened to jumping off of bridges? Killing yourself the old-fashioned way. Our tax dollars pay for the bridges. We might as well make it multi-purpose, right? I don't know. I just think our money could be going to better things, like education or Israel. We're all trying to make it in this industry, right? You gotta say certain shit. But you know what? If we're gonna be having this program in place, I think we gotta make sure all the participants are 100% on board with killing themselves. Which is why I propose that we make them smoke crack first. Just to see if they really wanted to kill themselves or if they just needed a pick-me-upper. If you smoke crack and you still wanted to kill yourself, all right, I believe you. Go ahead, you got it. All right, that's a suicide bit. Thank you. I try my best. I don't know about you guys, but I hate domestic abuse. All right, Joey's the only one agreeing with me, which is a bit concerning. But thank you, yes, I hate domestic abuse. I don't think any man should be picking on anybody that's more vulnerable than him, point blank, period. But if it's a man in a wheelchair, I get it. That's a level playing field, right? That's not domestic abuse. Domestic violence, sure, but that's not abuse. You guys, I'm not saying I'm a fan of man hitting woman, all right? I don't think any man should be hitting a woman wheels or not. That's messed up. However, I am a fan of gay domestic abuse. Not because I love seeing people in love beat each other, but because I'm a really big fan of the UFC, you know? And if it's two dudes that both have working legs, it goes from domestic abuse to a domestic rumble, you know? That's not domestic abuse, that's alternative conflict resolution. What's the issue? I also heard this piece of gay folklore that if the bottom ends up winning against the top in the fight, the bottom becomes the new top. Kind of like how in the UFC you have to beat the champ to become the champ. Same thing. You don't get the belt, you get the butt. How much time do I have left, Shauna?
10 seconds.
Oh, shit. You know what? I don't have enough time. Okay, thank you guys very much. You guys have been great.
Give it up for Richard. Did you say you were my Asian son? I love that. So cute. It's so white of me to have an Asian son. You know, I just wanted to adopt. Just wanted to help, you know, a lesser fortunate person. It's like so white. And then they get all braggy about it, and then they parade their little other race babies around with them. It's like, are you doing this for attention, or did you really want to adopt? Because I have 2 of my own, and they're really not that great. Kids just aren't that much fun. I know Richard was talking about how his dad used to beat him. And I'm really happy to say that my dad never beat me because I never had a dad. So, actually, no, I met my dad when I was 25. I think my mom just thought he was so great, she wanted to like keep him a secret. You know, I know you guys are looking at me like you're shocked, but it's true. It's funny because it's true. So our next comic. I never thought I would say that I had anything in common with him, but we're both Irish, and I'm teasing. And so this is our 3-minute round, and this is the last Irishman of Corktown, everybody, Mr. Dylan Connolly. Please welcome him to the stage. Take your time, take your time. Okay, there you go.
Trying my best here. So, how's everyone doing tonight? Obviously, like, I know how you guys are doing tonight. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fucking bullshit thing to say. Like, hey, yeah, how you doing tonight? And I'm like the one of the last comedians. It's like, how you doing? And I'm like, yeah, you fucking know. Oh, shit. So, yeah, like, okay. I got 3 jokes that are probably going to be, like, really bad. But, okay, I'm going to choose one of them. Oh, shit. Okay. So, like, okay, here's the one. Here's one. This is the bad one. So, okay, you know, like, remember we had that $10 bill with that girl that she just, like, she's on the $10 bill. And all she did was just, like, she just got refused. She just got refused to, like, get into the movie theater. Black girl in Canada, right? Right, no, but, like, think about it, right? So, like, I'm just like, yo, that's fucked up. What, like, we got a black girl on a Canadian $10 bill. What if I went over to America and just been like, hey, America, why don't you put, like, Martin Luther King or, like, Harriet Tubman or any of those people on your money? It's like, you know what, Dylan? That's a great idea. And as soon as I'm like, good. As soon as I leave, they're like, we're not putting any of these fucking niggers on our money. No. I had to say it the way I had to say it, not because I'm the racist. I'm saying it because that's how America is racist. See? I mean, I know this is, oh my God, this is. I'm kidding. Hey, you know what? Do you want to hear a story about a Karen? So like, there's a girl that's named Karen, and she's a lot like me. Oh no! Oh God. Okay, fine. Okay, hang on. But I'm gonna tell you, I didn't be racist for the sake of being racist. I was being racist because America's racist. All right? All right? And now I'm going to hang up. All right? And I won't show up here for 5 weeks.
Okay, everybody, let's keep this night rolling. We have our very last comic of the night, but we do have 2 other extra 3-minute spots if there's anybody that wants to go again. I don't know if you do or not, but if you do, just let me know. And our next comic is last because he was late because he loves to procrastinate. So please give it up for, I hope I say it right, Yuba. Yuba, everybody.
Okay, so 3 minutes. I wrote a lot while I was like sitting back there, so forgive me. I'm just gonna try to gun through as many of these as possible. Okay. When you said you might have had something in common with him. Stop.
I spoke too soon.
At first, I was relieved to hear it was the Irish thing because I thought it was the no washing hands thing. And then I kept thinking, did I shake your hand? Did I shake your hand? But right now we just shook for the first time, so I think that's okay.
Irish thing.
Yeah, thank God. We do have something in common, though, because I'm black, you're Irish. Slavery, unfortunately. I'm joking. I'm actually Eritrean. Where is he? What's up, man? Yeah, so my people weren't enslaved on this continent, so I kind of, it's a lot. There's a lot of history, not on this continent, other places. I'm in therapy, but like, this is my therapy because it's free. And it makes you like self-reflect quite a bit. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep rolling through these. Richard, you brought up Israel first. I'm gonna do a quick bit on this. We could solve world peace if we use sports. I think sports could solve world peace because A, you'll be more patriotic. You know what I mean? Because you give a shit about Canada when we're this World Cup, we're gonna give a shit about Canada, right? The Blue Jays, we gave a shit about Canada. Baseball Classic, y'all see Israel play? What? They're fucking shit. Team. They're not good. We'd solve it pretty quickly with sports. Israel issue, I'm not trying to make it in the same way as you, bro. I'm joking, but you know Israel is good at sports. They're good at one type of sport. It's freaking really defensive sports. What is it called? Krav Maga? Yeah, but the more violent the sport, the more violent the war issue we should be solving, right? Israel-Palestine, we can actually do a UFC match. I don't think Israel's good at UFC. I think they're specifically good at Krav Maga because it's defensive. That's the Israel bit. While we're in the Middle East, Lebanon, where are you at? Is he here? What's up, bro? You were pissed at him for coming down the stage like this. I'm not sure if you've seen all his other sets. I could tell you're a Christian, bro. What's up, bro? Lee?
Maybe next week.
He could piss you off a lot more, man. You would know that if you heard some of his sets at Levity. He knows the Bible really well. I'm not 6'4", so I'm a different type of Eritrean. How long do I have left?
You're done.
I'm done? Goodness gracious. Sorry about that, y'all. That was it.
All right, let's give it up for Yuba. Yuba. I love that name. I don't have tell a joke about this, but I think it's a fun fact that I want to share. When I was 9 years old, I lived in Pakistan, for real. My stepdad was an engineer, and he was from Switzerland, and he said to my mom one day, "We're moving to Pakistan." And my mom was like, "Where is that?" And he goes, "It doesn't matter, let's go. And we're only going if we can bring all the families." So we all went, and we all lived in Pakistan, and that was during Russia's occupation of Afghanistan. And we lived in this place called Tarbela Dam. And I know for those of you that have never been to the Middle East, it is actually quite beautiful, and I have a lot of great memories from my 1 year living there. So just wanted you guys to know that, because I'm very proud of it. And before we wrap up the night, we're going to just welcome one comic back to the stage very quickly. He has one last thing he wants to say, so please welcome back to the stage Paul American, everybody.
Hello. It's gonna be really short. I'm just really excited because I didn't realize there was a loophole into saying the N-word. So here we go. Here we go. And then I'm gonna piss myself. But not because I pissed myself. It's because America pissed itself. All right, guys, that's me. I'm Paul American.
All right, everybody, that's it. The Thursday, April the 2nd, Center for Talking Arts open mic. Before you leave, I just wanted to, in case you haven't seen it on their Instagram page or their Instagram story, Dexter is running a 6-week stand-up comedy workshop. It starts May 10th, I believe. You can check out all the details on the Center for Talking Arts website. And so if anyone's interested, sorry? Oh, did I say that? I'm so sorry. It's late. It's the menopause. Blame it on the menopause. Yeah, it's on their Instagram, everybody, and on their Facebook probably too. So thank you all for coming. This was my very first time hosting an open mic. Thank you to Jake for the opportunity. Very much appreciated. Good night, everybody.